What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to another Best Bet show. The boys are back. The boys are buzzing. Cowboys, Giants, Thursday night football. We are here. Austin and Alex in the building. Austin, let's start with you, brother. How are we doing today?
I'm good, man. I get to watch two of the worst teams in the NFL go head-to-head. I'm super excited for that. And yeah, other than that, I'm excited to be here. AC, how you doing?
I'm doing amazing. I mean, no matter what, whether it's the worst teams or the best teams, I'm just happy football's on. I can't stand non-football days. I'm actually excited for basketball to come back at this point and to get into that grind. But again, any day with a football game is a good day for me.
Absolutely. That Monday that we had with two games, I loved that. I hope we keep doing that in the future. I thought the two games was a great idea. For now, I'd rather ditch Thursdays and go to Monday, honestly, because these games on Thursdays always suck. I'm not going to lie. I'm hoping that we get a good one today, even though I do think the Cowboys run away with it, which is a good segue for our talk on how we think this game is going to go. Over under 44.5 has now moved to 45, so leaning in that direction. Cowboys opened up at -4, which is a little absurd. Went to 5.5, back to 5.5 on most books. Where do you guys see this game going? Do you like the total? Do you like a side? Austin, we'll start with you.
Yeah, for me, I think this is a game we get to actually see what Dallas is. They've kind of underperformed expectation thus far. I feel like they should come out and smoke this team, but they've kind of not shown me a bunch of reason to back them. However, I think this Giants team is terrible. I really am not high on them. So I'm going to back the Cowboys -5 just because I think theoretically they're going to be a playoff team. I think they're a better squad than they've shown thus far.
I agree with that. I mean, I think the Cowboys are going to blow them out of the water. This is obviously two different teams. Every year does not translate, but the Cowboys won by at least 32 in both of their matchups last year. Dak has beat them in 12 straight games now. He's covered this spread in, I think, 6 straight, and I think he's covered in 10 out of 12 overall. I just think that the Cowboys, we've seen year after year, absolutely light up like under 500 teams, and they struggle against teams like the Ravens and the Saints that are shown to be contenders. So I think we see a lot more of that today, and I'd be hammering the over because, I mean, the Cowboys are probably going to put up 30 points alone tonight. I think the Giants will do enough to get it over the total.
Yeah, I agree. As a lifelong Giants fan and a recent Giants fan of years, I'm happy this game is on Thursday. It gives a little more of a shot, I feel like, and a little bit rainy. It was supposed to be worse rain, but the rain should be clearing up today. I'm pretty much around it. I don't think there's going to be rain in the game. If there is, I don't think it's going to have any impact whatsoever. I was hoping for more rain so that we could just keep the ball on the ground, because if Dak throws, we should be in for a rough night, especially with our defensive injuries. So I don't know. I was surprised to see this open up at 4.5, even though the Giants are home. I'm going to be completely honest. I think they absolutely smoked the Giants. If the Cowboys ever go down in this game, I'm probably live betting them by a field goal or money line, whatever it may be. I just don't see a world where the Cowboys start 1-3 and one of the losses is to the Giants. I think if they were I think if they were 3-0, maybe it's a letdown spot. But
yeah,
with their injuries, I mean, with the CD Dak issue and everything that's going on, I really think that we see them, bounce back in a great spot here and then proceed to get longer rests and focus on the next week as well. So I know Austin's, as an Eagles fan, is going to hit on both teams, but this Cowboys team is night and day better than the Giants, I think, in almost every aspect. So I'm leaning the Cowboys. I really almost made a 4.5 an official play for me, but I know Thursdays can be weird, so I may just live something. But let's get into some things that I do like. Brandon Aubrey over 1.5 field goals. I know Alex is on this as well. 10 field goals in the first 3 games. He's the best kicker in the league right now. You cannot argue with me. He is by far. He can hit a 65-yarder. He can hit chip shots. The Cowboys move the ball. He's on my fantasy team, and I'm 3-0 simply because of him. I'm not going to lie. He just wins you games. If he gets 2 chances, I'm overly confident he makes both. I think he can get 3+ opportunities today, and Alex can add on to that as well.
I mean, he's played 20 career NFL games. He's made 2+ field goals in 15 out of 20. And then this year in primetime games, 16 of the 22 kickers to play in a night game have attempted 2+ field goals. But even better, we all think the Cowboys are going to win. 10 of the 11 winning kickers have attempted 2+ field goals. There was only one this entire year so far that didn't end up taking 2 field goals. It was young, but I think that he is going to find a way over today.
Yeah, absolutely. I absolutely love it. I think in wins since last year when he's his first year, he's 11-2 as well in wins with 2+ attempts. So can't ask for more. And the late in game script again. If you're betting kickers, you want to bet on the team that's probably going to win because you don't want them chasing touchdowns late. You want them either adding on to their score or if it's close, somewhat making it one possession game or adding on to a lead. So we have that. Brandon Aubrey, 1.5 field goals. Austin, you're on a Giants prop too, if I'm not mistaken.
I am. Yeah, I'm on Wan'Dale Robinson, 35.5 rushing receive yards. I like the spot. For me, they're going to play a lot. Dallas is going to play a lot of cover 3. We predict that they'll be in a negative game script, and New York is going to have to throw the ball here, so it kind of goes hand in hand with that. I think getting Wan'Dale touches is obviously something this offense is going to do. He's been very solid. Obviously, a lot of the targets had went at Malik Neighbors, but I think we see that settle down a little bit. I don't think we see a 20 target game for Neighbors again. And I think we saw that last week with Robinson. He's been active. 35.5 is a low yard line for a guy that's, I mean, you could probably say their third option on the offense behind Singletary and Neighbors. So I think this guy's a good player. I like the receive and rush aspect addition to it because I think we see a jet sweep or something like that. And for only 2 yards more, I wouldn't be able to live with myself if he breaks a 20-yard jet sweep and somehow misses receiving, so I'll buy the 2 yards, but it just is one of those spots where he's been their best player against zone coverage teams. This is obviously a team that runs a ton of zone. Seems like a good spot in a negative game script to me.
I agree. I mean, I think they're going to want to get him the ball. And however that may be, if they have to, get creative with some design plays or just even some design runs for him and get a little cheeky out there. I think that's what they're going to have to do because if Daniel Jones is throwing the ball, I think bad things will happen, especially with this Cowboys team that can force a lot of turnovers. Alex, I think you had some stats on a Daniel Jones play, but I can't remember what that is.
Good. It's Daniel Jones interception today. I mean, come on. We all know Daniel Jones. We all know Danny Dimes going to find his way through a pick, but the numbers actually back this up. In his career, he's played 13 non-Sunday games. He's thrown 17 interceptions in 13 games. He's thrown an interception in 11 of those 13, but he's thrown an interception in 6 out of 6 career non-Sunday home games, and he's thrown an interception in 4 out of 4 career home games against the Cowboys. He's literally never missed at home in primetime or against the Cowboys at home. So I think he's going to find a way to a pick, especially when you can get this right now at like -120 on both books. That's 54% implied odds on something that's hit pretty much every game of his career in primetime.
Yeah, no, I agree. Especially losing game script, it always helps with an interception. If he doesn't get it early on, could be some end of game heaves or you can snag some there.
Do you think Trayvon Diggs shadows Daniel Jones?
Yeah, they've been talking trash.
Malik Neighbors. That's what I was interested on seeing because that obviously benefits my play along with probably yours too. If he's targeting Neighbors 20 times, you get your best corner on him.
I think he's going to force some stuff that way. And if he does, it should be interception city. We did have a successful first touchdown last time. I had James Cook. Alex had Jamar Chase. Forget what Austin had, but it does not matter. This week, he's back for revenge. If you put a unit, which I don't recommend you do, if you did put a unit on first touchdowns, you're up. Alex won 6 units yesterday or on Monday. I got 5 units there as well. Al's hit Lazard before, but no one's counting that except for me and us. Austin got Derrick Henry.
Have we hit one though? Like jokes aside, have we hit one every single game?
Every time we've done this, we've hit. So thank you for saying it.
One of us 3 have hit it every time.
Yes, this is true. So we have 3 chances today. I hope the team that we pick, they end up going. But Austin, since you did not hit, the floor is yours to show us up today. Who do you got to score first?
I have the pick that you guys both would have picked if it was available. This is the best selection available. Caruso already had it circled. He unfortunately has last selection. Chuck was going to go at 2, but Jake Ferguson gets his ass in the end zone tonight. I am so confident of this, but he's going to do it first.
There's no reason to bring his ass into it, but it's okay.
He hasn't scored this year. Targets have been there. He gets a great matchup. Everyone's going to be on CeeDee Lamb. Go give me Jake Ferguson.
I like it. I like it. Speaking of that trash talk, Alex, who are you going to go with?
I mean, this is obvious. I mean, how are we not all going CeeDee Lamb on this pick? I would never have taken Ferguson. I'd take Lamb all day. He's been upset. He wants the rock on the sideline. But the biggest reason I love Lamb, number one wide receiver versus the Giants last week at Amari Cooper, scored the first touchdown. He scored the last touchdown. He scored both the Browns' only touchdowns. The Giants are also missing their number one cornerback in Drew Phillips. Deontay Banks not been able to guard anyone, especially CeeDee Lamb. I think that he's going to get the rock early and find his way into the end zone.
I guess it's a good pick. We'll see when it happens. We'll see what happens. I'm saying you're talking about guys eating when you got to cook, and that's Brandon Cooks right there, plus 1,200. He's the best odds on the board, and honestly, I don't see a scenario where he doesn't score first. I did a lot of simulations, and almost every single one, he scored first. And I'm just, 12-1. I'm going to take what they give me. And I hit 2 in a row so far. Oh, I mean, Rocket, absolute great call. I mean, this guy is one of the smartest guys I've ever seen in our chat. Absolute great guy. It's going to be, everyone thinks it's going to be Ferguson. He's going to get covered in the end zone. CeeDee Lamb's going to be not open. Brandon Cooks going to toe tap wide open in the end zone.
We're going to be mad. We're going to be mad when it's a Dowdle 1-yard rushing touchdown.
Big as Zeke.
It's Zeke 1-yard garbage tutty.
Give me a Dak tush push at the one.
Yeah, you know it's coming.
We'll see. Let us know who you guys are tailing, who you guys are following. This guy said Danny Dimes 60-yard heat first play to Neighbors touchdown. That is definitely a Giants fan who put that in there, but we'll talk about that later. This guy said you can get CeeDee first quarter touchdown for the same price. That's actually
I like that.
Very good.
Yeah, that's insane.
That's actually fantastic. Yeah, I mean, how are you not? I mean, you're another smart guy. Are we just dropping some guys with PhDs in the chat? Because these guys are just
you hear siblings in the chat that are all hyping you up right now.
Matt's just off his other burner.
Yeah. Get his wife in the other room, like making fake YouTubes.
Press it again. No, we're good. We're getting some great stuff. Honestly, this is a great bet too. I may follow that one. If you look at longest field goal, I mean, if Brandon Aubrey hits 155 plus yarder, I think he probably wins that. And if he makes more field goals, he gets more.
Didn't he hit a 60-something last week?
65 last week.
Just cash.
Yeah.
He's insane.
With space.
Yeah, with room. He's probably the best kicker in football right now.
He is. He's the GOAT.
Yeah.
He's the GOAT right now. He's absolutely fantastic. First play, Diggs pick 6. That'd be great for Alex, but horrible for the show. Horrible for the show. That'd be fantastic, though. But there you have it. We all are on similar game script here, so let's hope that these guys just do their jobs. Thank you guys for tuning in. Let's hope to keep cashing some more of these, and let's have some fun. And thank God for another night of football. Austin and Alex, thank you guys for coming on. Thank you guys for tuning in. We'll catch you guys next time. Peace.